Hello, everyone. Sorry, a little bit delayed there. I almost forgot the important thing of sending it to uh, Facebook. I'm just setting everything up right now. I am doing audio. I do apologize. I was just a moment or two and behind behind schedule sometimes. I do apologize for that. Let me get everything back to going. I see that my amazing co-host Christine is able to hear me and see me. I want to make sure everybody else is now that I've turned my camera and microphone on. So we will be going through a very interesting thing because 2023 is here and there's going to be a little bit of a different world as we all know. So I'm hoping that we can offer you some great assistance. To start it off, I just like to make sure that, like I say, everyone can hear me, and I'm trying something new this year with webinars. You're all going to be able to finally see exactly how much of a geek your web host is, since I'm not blocking out my background. So yes, I am a huge Star Wars collector, huge geek, and I'm going to show off all that stuff because I'm proud of my collection. So anybody who's a Star Wars fan and sees what I have in the back wall, yep, those are actually toys. I'm 48 years old and I have toys. I have no problems with that. So that's one of those things, a collector. That's a great person to look to as a potential real estate candidate, because of the fact that I would seriously love to have a room where I could display all my stuff. I've tried to ask the wife if I can, have the whole basement and our bedroom, but for some reason she doesn't want toys up in the bedroom. I don't know why, but that's one of those things. Hey, collector like me, if you were able to say, hey, we've got this really cool room here, no light that's going to get in, no way to color or mess up your action figures and your collectibles, you're going to have it. You're not going to have any problems at all in this room. That would probably make me start going. So there you go. There's a new niche market for you. If you ever look for the collectors and the geeks, if there's a dark room where they can have stuff and not have any sunlight and stuff hitting it, that's going to help. My free tip for the day. But with that, let's get into real estate marketing strategy. So survive and thrive in 2023. We all know right now, with everything going on in the world, it's still a challenging market. So for you guys, a solid marketing strategy is more important than ever. So we're going to go over a three-part strategy today. The unique opportunities you have in this market. I mean, I just gave a free one beforehand, and I can just imagine Christine going, hey, that's a good idea. Another was a long-term strategy to get more listings and grow your pipeline. And finally, how you can use automation to close more deals. We all know it's one of those things. It's a very different world. The last 3 years have totally changed a lot of things that happen. So this is going to set you guys up to be ready to be that person with the solid marketing strategy and the future proofing to make sure that no matter what happens, you're still going to have that solid base. Let's go here. So there are opportunities to have in this market. I mean, we all know it right now. Communication is key. There's a lot of different sources out there for a lot of information. Some of it is good, some of it is horrible information. What is really needed right now is the expertise. You folks are that expertise. So during these times, your past clients, your sphere of influence, even newer leads or stuff, they're going to need your expertise. I mean, here's a couple of questions that, myself as a homeowner, I'm thinking. Will the housing market crash like 2008? I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us remember what that was like. That was a really interesting time watching how it went in both the US and Canada. Recessions, how does a recession affect the real estate market? Well, when people don't have as much to spend and they're having to deal with eggs being, I think last time I checked, to get a carton of eggs, it was an arm and a leg. As you can see, I haven't given up my arm, so I haven't got eggs in a while. I mean, when things are in a recessive state, that affects everything. So how is it going to affect a real estate market? And lastly, This is going to be the toughest question you're going to have from anybody. It's like, should I buy real estate in 2023? I mean, we all know this is by far the biggest financial decision anybody makes. So they need to have the answers. They need to have the expertise. That is why in this market and for this year, you folks are going to be some of the most important and most valuable commodities out there. Your expertise and knowledge is going to make people feel safe and also make them feel that making this turn and making this change is a good time. So let's go into some ways that we can do that. Easiest way, a text or an email, just to see how people are doing. I mean, in this day and age right now, human contact is few and far between. So just an email, even from a realtor, and I know most people are sitting there going, we're a realtor. How are we going to affect them by doing that? You're going to let them know that you're thinking about them, you're wondering, and you're also going to be there to answer those questions that they may think they're not thinking about. But I could almost guarantee you anybody who owns a home or is contemplating getting one has a lot of questions right now. I mean, granted, I get to deal with a lot of agents on a daily basis. So a lot of these questions that come up in my head, I'm actually getting the answers to, which is why I'm going to stay in the house I have right now, but that's beside the point. But this is one of those things, there's a lot of anxiety about what's going on with everything these days. You guys are going to be that light at the end of the tunnel that's going to be able to explain things. So one of those things is just to set up a quick email template in your CRM. You can send it to a group email out and let everybody know what's going on. And as we have here, we're going to send you a guide that includes the email template you can send up to your clients on the market. But it is something that it's going to help explain what's going on. The economy right now is up and down. Nobody has an idea what is going to change on a daily basis. Having the expertise of you folks telling everybody what's going on in the real estate market is definitely going to be an invaluable resource. Set that up, get that out, get people understanding what's going on and how you can help navigate this uncertain time. It is a good thing to say things are looking up for buyers. I just got a quick question out of the corner of my eye. Perfect timing to answer this. Letty Vanenstein says, when I send group email, can others see all the email addresses? No. Group emails and top producer, basically what it does is you choose the group, you choose the template, it creates a single individual email for everybody, and then sends it out. It's basically not sending a CC or a BCC, it's sending an individual email to each person. So nope, nobody will see the emails. So going back here, buyers are actually having a bit of a better time. We know that for a while now, it's been a seller's market. Now we're getting to a buyer's one, and this might be the time where you can actually talk to your buyers. And if they're interested in making a move, this might actually be the time that will get them going into that. So we're going to send you a free home buyer's guide that you can give to your clients to educate them about the buying process. But you will notice now, sellers are actually accepting terms now. For the longest time there, it was if you had terms, you're not just going to get the sale. You're not even going to be thought of by the seller. But this information we pulled over from our friends over at Realtor.com, a summer 2022 seller survey. You can see how much that has changed. 41% are allowing inspection and appraisal contingencies. That's huge. That was non-existent, and not going to lie, we probably all know one or two houses that probably would have benefited from having a home inspection. The post appraisal, 32% have been willing to reduce the price. 32% have also covered some or even all of the closing costs. Timelines are flexible. It's not like before where it's okay, I've sold my house, I'm out, get in, I want it closed tomorrow. And I like this, that 29% have paid for post-appraisal repairs. Totally different than we saw in the last 2 years, maybe even 3 years. So it's just that mindset change. And you can also let buyers and sellers know this is how it is. Buyers are going to have a little bit more of an option out there. It's not going to be like before where you're in a bidding war on every single house. I mean, depending on your area, you might end up in that. But for now, I'd say it's looking like a pretty good buyer's area and sellers. So it's going to be a little bit easier on you. So things to do, other things is to grow your listing pipeline. So focus on the farm you already have. Farming helps you stay top of mind, providing consistent value and attention. So it all starts with the following. Everything, any type of business proposal, any type of actual flowing working capability will always have to start with the perfect place to plant your seeds. So turnover rate, 7 to 8% is recommended. Sale price, getting a list of the sold properties from the last few years, that's definitely going to help you. It will show people how it's gone up and down and the changes in the market and how it has absolutely had a paradigm shift all the time. It's been interesting. It's been a wild ride in the real estate game. I honestly, I don't know how you all did it. That was one of the weirdest times in history. But then again, everything's been weird in history the last couple of years. Your farm size, you want to match your goals and your budget. Averaging range from 500 to 1,000 homes. You don't want to overdo it, but you also want to make sure your name gets out there. So that's why we recommend 500 to 100 homes. And also competition. We all know it's a competitive game. Everybody's in there. Everybody's looking to be the best agent they can possibly be. So if there is a well-established agent in the area, consider another area or use a different tactic. Going back to my own personal experience when I sold, and now this was back in 2011, so that's a long time ago, but when we sold, we interviewed 3 or 4 agents until we settled on the one we wanted. That doesn't mean that just because there's somebody who's really well established in the area, they're going to be the best one to have it. Now, I'm not saying if you are that really well established agent, then not everybody's going to want to work with you. But there are also opportunities and options there. What it comes down to is who's the best. So this is where you make sure you are the best of the best. Knowing your target audience in your farm is super, super critical, and it will help keep you right on the goals. It'll get everyone taken care of. So researching the demographic of the area, that one's huge. If you know the average age, if there's lots of young families, education, and if they're on social media, a lot of these will come in very important. If it's a lot of young families, you're going to be seeing a lot of people sending their kids to school. So you want to make sure the schools are good in the area. Social media, of course, is such a big and important part of everything now. It's how everybody communicates. So using social media, you may be communicating with your prospective farms, or you may actually just have them see all your information on, say, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I mean, there's a bunch of them, Pinterest. I'm just trying to think of social medias because I'm not social media active, so I don't really know that much. And education level. Now, this, I do get it. It's one of those things that it's one of you. It doesn't always come in as a total factor, but it can come into as a factor on who's going to be purchasing, who's going to be moving around, and who's going to be moving up in their companies. So those are great things to know, and it does show your expertise in the area. Now, niche marketing. This is one of those ones, like I mentioned to start. Collectors, people who have a lot of stuff that they're really passionate about, are moving in and they're looking for specific criteria in their house. Good airflow, not too many windows for their collection to be hit with the sun because that'll damage the plastics in it. Downsizers, people who, you know, they had their kids have gone to school, their kids have gone and moved out on their own, so they don't need that 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house anymore if it's just 2 of them. They might want to get a 2-bedroom. two bath, because in case one of their kids comes by to spend the weekend or they get to see the grandkids. I love this one, golfers. I miss golfing. I haven't picked up a golf club in 24 years. Okay, that hurt just to say. But you get the people who you're going to have a great amount of houses are usually around golf courses. And a lot of times, if you're able to find out that they can get a golf membership with it, that's going to go huge with a lot of these people. And, then there's also the people who a lot of things have changed in this last little while. Some people have made some major changes in their careers and moved up. They may be looking to upsize. So now's the time to do it. And with the fact that everything has gone, well, not everything, but so many things have gone remote, they don't have to be living in the big city. People can move out, and where they could only get a condo or a apartment before, you could be selling them the dream house they've been looking for. One of the other ways to know your target audience. Yes, I'm going to plug one of our products that we have with one of our sister companies. Artificial intelligence has gotten so smart over the years, but still, thankfully, it's still controlled. But it does, using tools like our smart targeting with our friends over at Smart Targeting allows you to use predictive algorithms and data analytics to let you know which top households are most likely to sell. What this means is through a bunch of very diverse checks of the algorithms and the data analytics, they're able to see in a group of, say, 100 people, which ones are most likely to be receptive to selling or just receptive to getting to know you. That way you can actually streamline your marketing and your targets and get everything to the people who actually need it, not to everybody in the area where, I'm not looking to move right now. I'm not looking to make a change. So when I get stuff from our realtors in our area, I look at it and go, okay, this is cool. And then I recycle it. I'm not going to lie. It's great stuff, but I don't need it right now. So by being able to target the people that actually need it, you're going to be able to maximize the return on that investment. And we all know that is important. Everything's more expensive. So the more that you can get out of what you're spending, the better it's going to be in the long run. So one of the things, and we are going to go with the smart targeting, is this does have a lot of great things, is to have that multiple marketing channel plan. Let me try to say that the way Christine wrote it instead of how I did it. Multi-channel marketing plan for your farm. This directly from the National Association of Realtors in 2021. 95% of buyers search online. This day and age, I've got my cell phone right here. We all have a cell phone right beside us right now. Some of you may even still be typing on it right now to communicate with a client. This is, Esther, AI is artificial intelligence. Sorry, I always forget. I'm a tech. I'm a computer geek and sci-fi geek and all that. So artificial intelligence, when I see AI, I just automatically think of it. It uses computer thought, or not thought, but computer intelligence based on specific data algorithms and programming language to make it actually look for the key components that would actually help. So that way the artificial intelligence can help you do that. So I hope that answers that for you. But again, everybody's using the internet. We have our cell phones. We're attached to the internet 24/7 these days. It's basically become like here in Canada where we live, they're trying to make it so that it is not a privilege, but it's a right. Everybody needs to have internet. So people are going to first look online. They're going to drive along. They may see your signs, but they're going to also see your website. They're going to see your email campaigns. They're going to see your ads on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. And then they're going to be more interested in getting communication with you. So yeah, door knocking with a branded market report is still a good idea, but you want to make sure you do it to the people who may actually be thinking and not the ones who are going to be like, oh, realtor, I'm sorry, I don't have time. That wastes your time. Plus it wastes their time as well. and nobody wants to do that. So having that prior knowledge, I guess, to say, of who might actually be more receptive is going to help out in the long run a lot of time. Print marketing, that is something that is definitely going to help with it and get things taken. The putting it in a newspaper. I mean, I still like to look at the newspaper now and then. It's a great way to get information out there. Print marketing on bus stops. I don't know if they do that everywhere, but I see a lot of ads for realtors for the local area on the bus stops around town. So anything like that, just to get your name out, is going to help. Email campaigns, those are always very, very cool. I mean, you can get some really good information, but you want to not overdo them. You want to, again, target the people you need. If you've got a database of, say, 5,000 people, you probably don't need to send out the newest condo release to 5,000 people. You'll want to make sure you target the ones that are looking for a condo and looking in that area. And last but not least, in this day and age where everything is so computerized, so technical, and really it's so impersonal, a handwritten note actually goes a long way. For me, normally a handwritten note is people wanting to ask me what type of chicken scratch I put down on a piece of paper, because I've lost my ability to do cursive writing and my printing is horrendous. But again, computer tech and years of using computers, I can type 80 words a minute, so I'm awesome at that. But handwriting, for those of you, a lot of you probably have amazing handwriting, calligraphy level almost. And even if not, even like I say with my chicken scratch, it's still more personable. It's still human. I know I just talked about AI and artificial intelligence, but that human touch is never going to be something that you can bypass. So every now and then a handwritten note is going to go a long ways to remind people that there are humans behind the scenes that are helping them get the support they need for anything they need, like their new home. So there you go. Just a couple of little things that'll help you out with that. Now is when I'm going to go to where this is where the artificial intelligence comes into play. Sorry, I forgot how to talk there. Automating to stay top of mind and close more deals. So this is where, again, I'm going to plug something we have within Top Producer. Every lead you get is an opportunity. And an opportunity in this day and age, because we all know that patience is a virtue that is not there as much anymore, especially when somebody wants something, they want it now. So if they reach out, they're going to be reaching out to 5, 10, maybe 20 different realtors to try to get information. The one who contacts them first is most likely going to be the one that they're actually getting back to, which is one of the reasons why we created our lead response plan. It helps you to nurture that prospect to take them from lead to prospect to active client. The advantage of this, because again, right here, cell phone, we're all attached to them. Within 10 minutes, or no, within right away. So not exactly the moment you get it, a couple of seconds later, a text is going to go out. Now, keep in mind, this is done automatic, but because of the fact that the personal touch is there, we aren't going to send it like instantly, because if you do, then it looks like a robot did it, right? So it will tell you, it will send that initial email or text. 10 minutes later, it's going to recommend you send a market snapshot report. 12 minutes after that, great time to send an email saying, hey, this is what I just sent you. It's a market snapshot. It shows you what's going on in the area. Let me know. 20 minutes after that, we remind you to give the client a call. Now they're going to see you've already texted them to say how you're doing. You've sent them a snapshot so they can see what's going on in the area. You've sent a warm-up email to explain the snapshot, and now you're calling them. So you're within 10, 22, 42 minutes of that client reaching out for initial thought process. They've already got you there. Now, if you're available at the time, because this comes in really helpful when you're showing houses or in the middle of a contract, you can, if you've got confirmation the client has gotten the text or any of that information, you can change this timeline. This is just one to allow you to have that time. The one best thing is after you finish that phone call, we're going to send a text message on your behalf to say, hey, it was great talking to you. Can't wait to help you out. Can't wait to work with you. And hopefully we can get everything you need. This is all there just to keep you top of mind. The more that your name is going through and being seen, the more likely it is you are the agent they're going to work with. Keep it in mind, this is a really great thing. And I do see that, excuse me, Christine has put in a link to topproducer.com/blog/all new real estate lead response plan with hyphens in between all the words there. It's a great blog. It goes over it, gives a lot of great information, and it'll help you guys get it set up. And anybody who's got Top Producer X already, if you need any help, we can definitely give you a little bit of help. Our support team is there for you. And another thing of working from home, if you hear my dog bark, please, it's okay. She's fine. She's just barking at her mother upstairs. Another thing that we all know everybody does and uses and are great ways to keep in touch are your drip campaigns. We call them task plans within Top Producer XI or X. Sorry, I had somebody calling it XI earlier. Top Producer X, you make sure you keep your task plans going. Referrals, repeats. Those are one of those things that are the bread and butter for you folks. I mean, I know we've already determined that if something happens, we're probably going to call our previous realtor again first. And I know my wife has recommended their team to other people in the past because of how well they helped us. A referral right there, or even knowing that they're going to come back to you. Word of mouth is one of the strongest marketing tools in the world. If you're out there and you're doing everything and this client is beyond happy, they're pleased, they got their home of their dreams, anytime they have anybody over saying this is a beautiful house, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, my agent helped me get this and they did all the legwork. The more you keep up with those people, the more chances that somebody's going to be like, really, that your agent did that? I'm thinking of selling. How do I get their info? There you go. Brand new potential client. Also, the family that you helped move in 10 years ago, their kids have grown. They've left the house. Mom and dad don't need that big house that you helped them get. They were so happy with you, they're going to reach out to you again and say, we need to downsize. You did such a great job with us last time. Can you give us a hand? And by the way, the kids are getting married soon. They're going to need a house. Can we pass your info? Just by using a simple 12-month plan that we have in Top Producer, you can keep up to date with everybody. You can keep them knowing this, and you can keep that exact referral and repeat business model going for you. It's going to help you maintain that. You guys are great at building relationships. Is it a good business model to build that relationship? If you've got a good one already, that's going to help you out more than paying thousands of dollars to a different company to give you leads. So keep in touch with them, keep them up to date, and keep them knowing what's going on in the area. It's going to help you out, and it's going to also help them out. So I'd call that a win-win. So that was 3 things. I mean, it's pretty simple and pretty good ideas of what you can do. We're here to help you. We're here to make it easier. You can always chat with our team. If you go over to support.topproducer.com, or even within any of our products, we have a chat icon in the bottom right hand. Normally you'll get with a chat agent within a minute, sometimes less, usually instant. If you have questions that aren't instant required, it doesn't need an answer right this minute, go ahead and email us at support@topproducer.com. We're happy to help. And if you just need a little quick help and you just need a reminder, if you go to support.topproducer.com, you can search through our knowledge base there and find the information that you're looking for the specific item you're trying to work on. It's right there, and we're happy to help you and help you become successful. So we normally book ourselves for an hour. I've been able to go through that in half an hour. Pretty impressive, Christine. I actually got through it in half an hour. What do you say? So I'm actually open for questions. If anybody has any questions or needs me to go over another part of the slides, I'd be more than happy to. As always, the slides are something that we do make sure that you get, plus access to this video as well, so you can review it. And we're happy to assist. And I mean, there's a lot of you there. I've got time for questions. If you're all good, we can definitely get you back to your day, because I know you got more important things than to look at my ugly mug and listen to me talk. Okay, so questions. Letty Venenstein. I just got a new listing and I have a great video. I'd like to send it through to all contacts on TP. So the best thing to do with a video, Letty, is to actually upload it to a video hosting site such as YouTube or even your Facebook. And then put a thumbnail into an email so you get a good photo, put it into the email, and link that email or that image with the link to go to the email. Sorry, to go to the video. The reason for this, embedding a video within a email is something that a lot of the not nice people out there do. They do that so that people will be able to see this video and all of a sudden upload something to their computer. So it's best if you have it on a trusted video hosting site. YouTube, I think Vimeo is still out there. Even on Facebook, they have good security for that to avoid anything going through maliciously. You give them a image to see. Once they click on that, it opens up the video right away. That way, you're not trying to send a fairly large video through the email and you're getting it to the customers. Perfect. On Vimeo, you just link it to that and they get it over there. That would be a great way to go. Richard, anybody who has, let me take a look at getting one of my CRMs up, see if I have a market snapshot I can show folks. Okay, that's mine. Okay. I don't presently have a snapshot to show. I think we do have one available on our. Awesome. Thanks, Christine. You always have my back. Let's see. Jill Turner, I was just in a BombBomb training. You can add it as a Chrome extension to make a video and then email into Top Producer. Do not recommend this. BombBomb is a really good company for emails. They do have a way to do video emails. If you already have a way to send them out that way, Jill, go for it. Top Producer is not designed to do the video email that way. That's the reason I mentioned my workaround. Although for something like on YouTube, Vimeo, any of those platforms, it is still best to use theirs. The reason for this is if you're sending a video through the email, if your video is large, it could actually delay it getting to your clients. Letty, I love that to hear you say you love Market Snapshot. It is a very cool tool. We love it here. Jill, it all comes down. Jill asks if what if it's just a minute or two, like a call to action video. Again, Top Producer doesn't have it designed to be added to the email. I mean, that straight off, we don't have it designed in there. It is something, if you are interested and do want that, please click on our feedback in the bottom left-hand corner of the software and let our developers know. Yeah, you would have to add it as a link for now. You would put the link in there, or like I say, you take the snapshot, or not a snapshot, you take a picture of the actual video thumbnail, put it on there, make a link to it, and it'll go. It'll work just as well, and it will look seamless to your clients. Now, I do have another question here in my QA. Esther again asking, what is AI? I guess Esther, I apologize if I wasn't clear on it. The best way to explain AI or artificial intelligence is a computer that can semi-think for itself. So it's basically, you're putting all this data into one location. So you would take population size, population density, freely found stuff on the internet that can be found, like occupations, emails, and when they last moved in, and if they've happened to be looking around for stuff on, because we all know that if you happen to even think about a house, your Facebook, your Instagram, and everything else all of a sudden shows you the best realtors in the area. Artificial intelligence will take and sift through all of that data and put it there so that you can have in your hands the best possible people to contact. So you don't have to look at a neighborhood of, say, 70 houses and send out everything to all 70 houses. Out of that 70, maybe only 15 people are contemplating moving or thinking about moving or doing any changes. That's how this system would find those 15 and say to you, you want to reach out to these 15 people. These other 55 people of the 70 in this neighborhood, they're all established. They don't need to go anywhere. But these 15, there is a possibility. So I hope that answers that question. It's a lot of computer analytics, computer number crunching that will get the best numbers and the best people to reach out to. I hope that explains it better, Esther. I know it's a little bit cool, but also scary at the same time to think that computers are starting to be able to do the same things that humans do. I mean, one day you might have a webinar with a computer animated character instead of me. I'm not looking forward to that day because I enjoy chatting with y'all. So I hope that answers that. But are there any other questions? I know we've gone over a lot of it. I do hope that I was able to clearly answer your question, Jill. I mean, it would be nice to put videos in. I do get what you're saying, just a minute or two video for a call to action. Still, sometimes it is good if you have it somewhere else. And Vimeo, YouTube, a couple of those other video hosting places, that's what they're there for, hosting the video. And they usually give you a quick, easy way to get your thumbnail, and then you just share that out. Yes, we'll just give it a moment here. I'm going to take a drink because I've been talking too much. Computer tech, I run on coffee and coffee alone. All right, it looks like we're good here. I do see that we've had a few people bow out. So, oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Jill asked, can you remind us how many emails you can send at one time? So in Top Producer X, you can do a group email to 100 email addresses at a time. Keep in mind, I say at a time. If your email provider allows you to send, say, 2,000 emails a day, you can do that. You could send 2,000 emails a day because you have your email linked to Top Producer X. The only stipulation was the email providers asked us to limit it to 100 per grouping, just so their servers didn't get overwhelmed. If you have 30, 40,000 top producer customers at the same time sending out 2,000 emails, if I was Microsoft, Google, or Apple, I'd be a little annoyed at, 40,000 times 3 is what, 120,000 emails going out at one time. That would be a little bit interesting. So yeah, 100 at a time, but up to the maximum your specific email provider will allow. Caroline says, thanks for your webinar session. I have a top producer one-on-one meeting. I'm leaving your chat now. Thank you for the information. Look forward to more webinars with you. I hope Caroline has a great time at that one-on-one. We do have a special team we call our onboarding team. Also, very lovingly called our success team, because their job is to make you a success. We do one-on-ones. I help out with that team too. I've had the pleasure of working with them for a little while now. You get a one-on-one hour-long session to get everything initially set up. And then we can do a couple of half-hour sessions after that. And that way you will be set up. And it's again, that personable one-on-one time. It'll definitely help, and I'm sure Caroline's going to get the best out of it. I don't know which one of our techs she's going to be working with, but we got some really great people on that team, so it's going to be a fun time for them. And Jill, I'm glad I could answer your question. So I do see that we're probably here at the end. I think I'm going to double check. Am I at the end of my slideshow? Yeah, I could have just figured that one out. Awesome. Thank you. Christine always says it best at the end. We will send you a recording of this session and a helpful guide. And we, as always, appreciate all of you coming to see us. I hope you had a great time. I hope I'm a fun person to hang out with for half an hour or 45 minutes. And we thank you all for your time. Please have a great time. If you have any questions, reach out to our customer care team. They will do the best thing they can for you. They'll make sure you're looked after. And we hope you have a great day and all the best to 2023. It might be a new animal, might be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we can all get through it. So for now, I'm Glenn, part of the top producer customer care team, and handling chat was Christine, one of our marketing wizards. And we are very happy to chat with you today. Take care, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.